Is this going to come and bite Jimmy Butler in the ass? I mean, the whole time out? Well, I don't know. Okay, you're up 3-0. You've lost 2 in a row. You're going back to Miami. Butler says we're winning it all. Four of the Boston starters scored 20-plus points. I don't know. I'll tell you. Right now, on Basketball Reference, they are second to win the championship. They're behind the Heat right now to get there, but they're ahead of the Heat to win the championship. I don't know how they're behind in the series, but more of a chance to win the championship. I don't know how that works. It doesn't seem like the math works for me. But yesterday they were, 17 down at the half, blown out first half, garbage time second half. Butler didn't. Nobody played well. Vincent didn't play. He's going to be back for Saturday. No team's ever come back. What is it, 100, 0, and 150? Nobody's ever come back from 3-0 ever. I think teams have got into a seventh game, but nobody's won a seventh game. They're going to have Game 7 at home. I'll tell you, if it gets to Game 7, I wouldn't bet against them, and I wouldn't bet against them now. Look at I just saw this on Instagram about Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum, this is pretty impressive. I mean, he hasn't won anything yet, but Curry was 27 when he won his first championship. LeBron was 27 when he won his first championship. MJ was 28 and then won 5 more. KD was 28 when he won his first champion. I'll tell you, I put Curry, LeBron. I'm not putting KD in the same category. He's not. Tatum is 25, finals appearance at 4 Eastern Conference Finals. He's ahead of the grade, and they're playing better ball. They got the win. They did get that goddamn win. I mean, 2 in a row already, and Lenker has a buddy of his who I want to get on a show. He is a true Boston. John Kyle is a huge, huge Boston fan, and I want to get his perspective. And I was busting on him. I said, it's not going to go. And Butler says it's next game, book your finals tickets. But I don't know. I mean, right now, Brogdon did leave. He's a big guy. Defense, 6-man, brings energy to the team. He's out right now. He left the game early. Eric Spoelstra says he doesn't give a shit if people aren't picking his team. Well, buddy, something's not working. You lost 2 in a row. Now you still have to win 4. Butler at 14. Adebayo at 16, 8 rebounds. Duncan Robinson, 18 off the bench. Caleb Martin, 14. But Tatum, 21, 8 rebounds, 11 assists. Smart at 23. Derek White, 24. 6 for 8 from 3. That's a guy who has, you see. And Brown had 21. So do the math right there, folks. You have 44, 68. 89 points from the starting from 4 your starters. Game 6 Saturday night on TNT. Boston has faced elimination 4 times this postseason. They're 4-0. Time will tell, but I'll tell you right now, they are playing with house money because you had to win that first game, and Jaylen Brown said, "Don't let us win a game." Well, you did. Now you won the second game. You blew them out. You're going back to Miami. Things a little shaky. And, you have put doubt in the Heat's heads, and that's all you have to do. We're going to see what happens, but I'm not going to bet. I'll tell you, Celtics could do it. They could. Butler, you're going to have to step up. You haven't played well the last 2 games. I need more out of you. Need a lot more. A lot more out of you, and you need Gabe Vincent back. Need him back big time. And everybody's going to have to up their games. It's serious time right now. And all Denver is doing is resting, which sometimes helps and hurts teams because, you're playing well, you sweat the team, and now you got to wait to play until, next Thursday? It's a long time. Long time to wait to play a basketball game. A lot of time off. Time off for an athlete is not always a good thing. You want to keep playing, keep everything fresh. It's like an actor. You get out of work for a couple days and, a week, you're working your ass off, you get a week off, and you're chomping at the bit. You're chomping at the bit. You want to be working again. You do. And teams could get a second challenge if first is successful starting next season. I think, why not? If you have one successful, that's it? I feel like sometimes refs make a lot of mistakes. They make a ton of mistakes. So I'm all for that. Blazers open a trading number 3 pick for a pretty elite player. It's Scooter and Wembanyama. And Braxton. Well, I guess if you want Braxton Miller, the kid out of, it's not Braxton. Braxton is the wide receiver. What's Miller from Alabama? Miller, Alabama. Brandon Miller. Yeah, Brandon Miller. That's the third. He's the consensus third. Like, okay, if you want him, then yeah, go for it. I mean, if you can keep his shit together, you know what happened in college, bringing a gun to somebody who's used it to shoot and kill somebody. You know, he's got some explaining to do, in my opinion. I don't think he's really, had to deal with it, and it gets me nervous paying a guy a lot of money who really hasn't matured, playing 1 year of college, give him a ton of money, going to the pros. Like what Jameson Williams says, I'm a football player, not a gambler. He didn't know the rules. You're an NFL player. You're getting paid as a professional, getting paid to play a sport. It's not a right. It's a gift. You have to earn that right to play. It's not given to everybody, and you had to know something with gambling. Maybe you should have looked at something. Is this okay to be gambling at the facility or anything like that? I'm not a gambler. I'm a football player. No, you're not a kid anymore. You're getting paid. You got big boy pants on now. You're getting paid big bucks. You're in the NFL, and you have to be held accountable. Or your agent. Call somebody before you do this stupid shit. You're old enough to know the difference between right and wrong, so I call bullshit on that front. And Brandon Miller's another guy I'm concerned about going pro. These guys come out of college, and they're not mature enough. And, they're in the league. They're out of the league quick. Guys are playing for paychecks. They're playing to support their family. It's serious shit. And LeBron he's not giving up 2 years, $97.1 million. Are you fucking kidding me? He's not giving up that kind of money. Are you bullshit? He's not going anywhere. Come on. And Hawks hired former Suns head coach Igor Kokoskov. He'll be Quinn Snyder's top assistant. Yeah, I still talk about Quinn Snyder that time when he was at our bar and I said something about